Oh my goodness, look at that thing. Oh my goodness. It's the Bethel Brothers. It's the uh, uh, Baja version of the Endurance. I initially intended to make this a video about the stockholders meeting, and I got some footage coming up on that, but I had to show you these Easter eggs in this video. Oh my God, look at these. Look at these Endurance. There's three of them. Look at this truck. I'll let you see if you can spot the other two Endurance on there. I'm going to go to some of the meat of this video here, talking about the stockholders meeting that's coming up and the issuance of 150 million new shares. All right. I was going to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just going to go over it briefly. This was mentioned in the Q1 call. The additional allotment of the 150 million new shares, not to be executed, but to be available to be executed, so to increase the share count. I do believe that this is going to go to Honheim. We're going to, I'm sorry, MIH. We're going to go over that in a second. But Dan Navaji, I think the important thing to note here, this is the Q2 call, August 17th. Dan Navaji took a question on the Q1 call asking whether all 150 million shares that were going to be allocated were going to be issued. And he said, he didn't say a hard no, but he said not necessarily. He said we want to have the shares available in case an opportunity arises so that we can act quickly and take advantage of it. So this is the big meeting. This was mentioned in comments on my previous video. I deleted the comment. I want to apologize to the viewer. I couldn't confirm it, and this is the confirmation. This is old news to hodlers. We know this. And I have another price for the stock with the dilution taken into account. And I'll try to put a flag in the video or in the description on that. So let's move on to the next section. Real quick, here's an Easter egg of that lifted Endurance.
We're here in a part of the plant that's home to the hub motor and battery line, where earlier today, about 50 members of the EV delegation had a chance to look around.
We're excited to see this facility come back into its prominence. We're excited for Voltage Valley to develop here.
As the new owners of what was once GM Lordstown, Foxconn welcomed EV executives to show off what the plant is capable of when it comes to meeting demand for electric vehicles.
We want to build a manufacture and supply ecosystem and operate and localize here.
This comes about a month after the sale of the plant was finalized, the same time Foxconn also entered into asset purchase and contract manufacturing agreements with Lordstown Motors.
I think today we want to join together to celebrate the great foundation we see right now of the partnership between Foxconn and Lordstown.
A part of the deal was for both companies to have a joint venture called MIH EV Design LLC, with the common goal to work together with other partners on future development of electric vehicles.
In the next couple of years, I think with what we're doing in here, particularly on the joint venture, we will help bring the supply chain.
One thing about having a common architecture that can be used by multiple OEMs, the benefit of that is you could get scale and you don't have to do it all yourself. With a plant like this that can 6.5 million square feet, can build over 400,000 vehicles, one OEM doesn't have to fill that on their own.
In Lordstown, Nadine Grimley, WKBN 27 First News.
Just going to talk over this picture, this great lifted off-road. Well, I don't know if it's off-road, but it is such a great looking truck. Look at that Endurance. Here's the important thing about that visit from the Investment Bureau, Investment Association of the MIH Association. This is all very convoluted with these associations. Basically, Foxconn, what did they visit? They went to Lordstown. What did they see? The battery plant, the battery pack assembly, and the hub motor assembly lines, which are the lines Lordstown Motors still owns. And I do believe this indicates that they will be the investors. Okay, there's 3 Easter egg endurances here. You can see 3 different versions of the truck. Stop and look. We also have a long shot of one version of the truck there. In that last segment, when I said they're going to be the investors, I mean, they very well could be the investors. Not necessarily buying all 150 million shares. I want to make that clear. Anyway, Jim Cramer may not take Lordstown Motors seriously, because probably doesn't know what he's talking about. But certainly Hon Hai does. Certainly MIH does. And certainly the Voltage Valley does. And I think this portends great things for Lordstown Motors.